up, guys, and welcome back to another day with the Auto Works. Now today is all about clear coat, and I kind of covered it a little bit in a previous video where I went into depth over different paints and stuff you could use and how not to get ripped off at the automotive store. But today is all about clear coat because somebody wanted me to specify clear coat more in depth, and it's a good one. So let's start off with your basic clear coat, everything from the absolute cheapest to the absolute highest. We're not going to dig too much into brands because every brand will say they're better than each other. I just want to give y'all a basic rundown, do's and don'ts with clear coats, and what you can expect to get out of each level of clear coat. So we're going to start at the very bottom with acrylic enamels and acrylic lacquers. Alright guys, so I guess for starters we'll start at the absolute bottom. Rust-Oleum brand stuff. Now, a lot of people will hate it, a lot of people will love it. Most people, you're familiar with the 2X stuff. You see at Walmart, you walk by it, it says clear coat enamel, it says clear coat lacquer. And what it is acrylic enamel or acrylic lacquer, guys. It's the bottom of the barrel when it comes to clear coats. It has zero hardener, so it's going to take long to dry. It has zero UV protection. Some of it will claim to have UV protection, and it might have a little bit in it. They might mix a chemical in there, but all in all, it's not as good and it's not going to last the way some higher end automotive clears will. Now, as far as everything else goes with it, I've heard a lot of people say it doesn't stay glossy, it flattens off. They've tried to buff it. It didn't go too well, and they just can't get a shine out of it. And that's typically what you're experiencing, especially with spray can Rust-Oleum 2X clear. Now, you can move up to higher end spray can clears, which we'll get into shortly, but for a purpose of your basic bottom dollar clear, it's going to be an acrylic enamel or an acrylic lacquer. So that's where that's at. Now let's move on a little bit up to 1K stuff. 1K, 2K, most people get completely lost when they hear it, but for basic terms, what generally they mean when they say a 1K or a 2K is typically your 1K stuff is going to be acrylic, enamel based, and typically your 2K stuff is going to be urethane based, typically. Now there are some exceptions, but for the purpose of this video, that's pretty much going to be my justification for the 1K versus the 2K. Alright, so 1K clears. Now, basically, like I said, they're still acrylic enamels, but they do a lot of times come with an activator or a hardener. Now, these clears, you can buff, you can get a shine out of, and you can make it look great, guys. And it will look great for about 6 months to a year. And then the sun's going to bake it and tear it up. I actually recently sent out a little short video talking about Tractor Supply clear. It is included in that family. It is pretty much a 1K clear. It just says clear lacquer on it, but that's what it is. Acrylic enamels and acrylic lacquers are all in the 1K clear family. They have zero UV protection. If you get a higher end, like this high tech, it typically ranges almost from $30 to $100 as far as the clear goes, and some 2K clears are in the same price range. This is where it kind of gets dicey and you kind of need to pay attention. But you definitely want to do your research, look at your chemical breakdown on some of these clears, or just ask your parts store person, hey, is this a 1K clear or a 2K clear I'm getting, because I want UV protection. I don't want, it to fade and eggshell with time. I don't want to ruin my paint job 6 months down the road. So 1K clears, they're great for doing like door jambs, engine bays, trunk areas, anywhere that you don't want to spend money on a higher end clear and it's going to stay primarily out of the sunlight. Or even if you garage keep your car or something like that, and you just, it's just one of those things, guys. But yes, 1K clears, high-tech clears, Tractor Supply clears, a lot of those family, unless it says 2K or urethane on it, most of the time it's going to be just your simple, cheap acrylic enamel clear, whether it has a hardener or not, and it'll look good for a time, but it won't have UV protection and it's not going to hold up. So that's 1K clear. That's your intro clear, so to speak. The 1K and the 2K, like I said, are kind of along that line of budget clears, and then you get in higher up stuff. So anyways, 1K clear, that's where that's at. Let's jump into 2K clear. Alright guys, so 2K clear, we're finally there. Now 2K clear, like 1K clear nowadays can be done in spray form through a gun or in a can. It used to be a time where you couldn't get 2K clear in a can. You just pretty much had to spray it through a gun. But the spray max system has changed all that. And what this is, it comes with a little top. The hardener's built into the bottom. You pop it, release the hardener, and you spray it the same way you would any other spray can clear. So you can get 2K clear in a can. 2K clear is urethane based most of the time. And 2K clear also comes in a variety of ranges, from your basic 2K clear where it has excellent UV protection all the way up to your high solid stuff. And the high solid stuff is the top end of the range. That's where you get into spending $500 a gallon on clear for high solids. And we'll pretty much start with this 2K clear. This is a Nason 2K clear. I use it for most of my projects. You can get it as a spot clear. You can get it as a multi-panel clear. That's what this is. And it has excellent UV protection. It buffs out really great. It typically starts to dry and harden really good after about 6 hours. And within 24 hours to 48 hours, inside that kind of time, you can go ahead and start buffing it and doing whatever you want with it, guys. Like I said, the higher end range of things is your high solids, which is pretty much just a harder solids content. It's going to be glossier right out of the box. It's more durable. You get more UV protection, and it's going to hold up and last a lot longer than the lower end of it. This type of stuff, I've seen brands range in 2K clear from $70 all the way up, guys. And then, like I said, the high solid stuff, that really gets up there. But as far as all your clear coats and stuff goes, that's pretty much a general kind of rundown of the way everything is. Alright guys, so that's going to be a good example of your 1K clears versus your 2K clears. Now another honorable mention will be the ceramic clears, guys. They're some of the best in the industry. They're a little bit newer into the industry, but I haven't done a lot with those. Mostly I've dealt with the 1Ks and the 2Ks, but that's something you can look into. There's tons of videos out there explaining different things, guys, and some of them say that ceramic is superior to 2K, but for most people's price range, right out of the box, you're going to do everything from your basic $30 to $70 1K clear to your $70 to $500 2K clear, $500 being if you want a gallon of high solids. So basically just kind of do your research, guys. Like I said, there's a million videos on YouTube about this, but for my subscribers personally and for anybody new watching, I just kind of wanted to cover it and give you guys the rundown of what's so different between the 1K and the 2K stuff and what the heck am I looking at when I go to the parts store. But I hope this video was informational for you today, guys. I know it was kind of short and there wasn't a whole lot. If you want to see me spray out some 1K and the 2K stuff, honestly, when you spray out 1K and 2K, you're going to get most of the time about the same level of gloss if you know how to spray it, if it comes with that activator and a hardener and you're shooting it through a gun. Where you really notice the difference is when you start shooting it in a spray can, guys. This 2K stuff in the spray can right here is awesome compared to some of the other stuff. And I mean, now I think you're spending between $3 and $7 a can for the 2X Rust-Oleum stuff. This stuff right here is about between $15 to $20 a can, and it'll last just as long, and you won't regret spending the little bit extra on this. I know it's double the money, guys, but trust me, you'll be like, dang, when you see the result. This fender behind me right here, guys, this was done with spray can, and there's a video on that too. So be sure to check out some of my other videos, guys, explaining some of this other stuff and elaborating a little bit more as far as showing you guys examples. I know this was kind of like, hey, why didn't he spray something in this video? But I just wanted to kind of give you a rundown in this video, and then you can go kind of check out my other videos if you want to see examples. And there is much, much more to come, guys. I got merch coming out, holiday stuff on bonfire.com. Link in the bottom under merch in the description. And that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little rundown on different clear coats, and I hope it helps you with your next project. But if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, pop that like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought about it. If you have anything to add to it, I'm always up for it. You know, we're always learning together. And I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. You have a great day and God bless.